What the fuck is up? This is to Scribbles. I have actually 3 meetings. 2 with Violent J and 1 with ABK. And then kind of another one with Violent J, but I really wouldn't say that it was like an actual like interaction sort of thing. Okay, first I have I went to see Zug Island, and it was probably in late 90s, maybe early 2000s, like early 2000s, like maybe 01 or 2000 itself. But I was seeing Zug Island at the Ranch Bowl in Omaha, and I used to be like super fat, and I was talking to a bunch of people out front, and I was telling them about how having man boobs were badges of freedom, and like I used to be able to use it back in the day to go up and grope chicks all the time, and just be like, oh, well, you can do it to me, and it would just seem to be a fair trade. But so I was sitting there talking about it to these people, and I hear out of nowhere, I hear this raspy voice behind me go, man, that's true as fuck. And I was just like, who the fuck is that? And I turned around, and there's Violent J, no face paint, and he's for real. If you got man boobs, you can for real use that shit to fucking leverage out being able to grab titties and shit. And so we were sitting there bullshitting, and he told us the story about like, I don't know, I don't want to go too detailed. He was getting something, but it made him too nervous to drive with it, so instead he put it in a backpack and walked home, and left the stuff at home, and then walked back to the place and got his car and then went home. I just thought it was fucking hilarious. And then my next one was at the 03 gathering. I was staying at the Loons Lighthouse with a bunch of people from what was that? I want to say Juggalo Connect or something like that. I don't remember the fucking. It was the Loons Lighthouse. If you were fucking there, you knew about it. But I was there, and we were making fucking hamburgers. If my hamburger gets done, I throw it on a fucking bun and put some ketchup and mustard and cheese on it. And somebody goes, "Oh shit, it's Jay." And we turn around, and there's Jay with his face paint on, and I think, God, who was with him? I almost want to say it was Sin from Zug Island. I could be wrong. But, so they come pull up next to the Loon Lighthouse and stop there, and they come through, and Violent J for real, like, I'm sitting there holding a plate with a hamburger on it, like, just, you know, fucking watching what they're doing and shit, just getting ready to fucking start eating. And he comes walking up past me, and snatches the hamburger off of my plate, and then walks through the campsite to the other side, to another person's campsite, and sits there and eats my motherfucking hamburger while, like, looking at me while he's talking to these other people. I was like, man. It was some bullshit, but I was like, whatever, you know, it's a fucking gathering, I ain't even tripping on no hamburger. But, then, my next one was, I want to say the 04 gathering. We were on our way back home after the gathering, and we stopped at a rest stop to get some food, and we're sitting there eating, and there's like this wall. It was like a weird little like half circle kind of place. There was a bunch of food places in it, and then there was a circle kind of wall that was probably like that high on me or so, and there was a bunch of tables and stuff. And we're sitting there eating, and the Burger King is like right next to us. And we're sitting there, and out of nowhere I hear this dude's like, yeah, I need a small fry and a small drink too. And I was just like, and I looked at the people I was with, and I was like, you guys hear that lisp? And they were like, yeah. I was like, how much do you guys want to bet that ABK is on the other side of this wall? And so I was getting ready to put my my straw in my pop, and I took the straw and fucking popped it open just from one side, and I looked up over the wall, and ABK was walking away with his receipt, without his makeup, to the little concession thing that was like right by the wall, right by where we were sitting, and I fucking pop up over the wall, and I was like, "Hey!" And he like kind of jumped and looked at me, and I then shot him right in the middle of the forehead with the straw wrapper off of it. And then my last little one is it was, I want to say, the Amazing Jekyll Brothers tour when they were in Omaha at the Ranch Bowl, ICP. I flipped off Violent J, like, in the middle of a song. There was no reason to, but it was just like just flipping him off. And he fucking bombs. He, like, opens up a 2-liter and doesn't even pour anything out, doesn't spray it, nothing. He opens it up and just fucking takes the bottom of it and just throws it into the crowd and smacks me in the chest with it. And so, that day, I had instantly was like, at some point in this entire time of being a juggalo, I will hit Violent J with a semi-full 2-liter of fucking Faygo for hitting me at fucking, at a Jekyll Brothers tour. And I got him back at the Wicked Wonka tour in Des Moines, Iowa. He was fucking dancing, coming around the side of the box. He was just about to come around to the left side, or it would be left if you were looking up at them, but it would have been the right to him of the box. And he's just dancing, not paying attention, and I wing. It was probably like, regular 2-liter. It was probably had like maybe 2 or 3 drinks out of it. And right as he came around the box, I just bombed it and hit him right in his chest and made him like, he was turning this way and hit him in his chest and like overturned him. And then I fucking made sure I jumped up and flipped him off when he was looking out at me. But yeah, those are my fucking meetings of fucking psychopathic people. It's really the only ones that I can think of that really stick. But anyways, peace.